All right, let's get started. Thank you for joining us for a look at Solid Edge 2024. I'm Rick Loring, and I'm joined with Jason Titcomb here. We're both longtime Solid Edge users, trainers, we support Solid Edge. We've been doing this since its initial release back in 1996. So let me introduce Maya to you. In essence, here at Maya, we help organizations with their digital transformation journey. Siemens has recognized us as a top global partner in 2022, but we're not just a consulting and system integrator. We also develop software with over 30 modules authored for Siemens used by millions worldwide. 75% of us Mayans are scientists and engineers with hands-on experience in nearly every industry. Whether an organization is looking to better design, simulate, manufacture, or optimize operations, with Maya's combined engineering, software development, and AI expertise, it uniquely positions us to move you from concept to completion and beyond. We'll take a quick poll. Welcome to a brief look at Solid Edge 2024. We are excited to discuss how you can unleash the power of intelligent product design. That's at the core of digital transformation. So, what is digital transformation? It's the integration of digital technologies into all aspects of your engineering business. But what it looks like can vary by the size of your company. So, what does digital transformation specifically mean for small and mid-sized businesses? We sponsored an exclusive study with industry analyst IDC. The focus was SMB manufacturing and digital transformation. We surveyed key decision makers at hundreds of SMBs around the world and asked them about digital transformation, their strategies, plans, and recent progress. The study was conducted at the end of 2021 and previously in 2017, so we can look at the trends over the past few years. And here are a couple of highlights. First, 72% of the advanced SMBs surveyed believe that digital transformation helps level the playing field for small businesses versus their large competitors. Even higher than the last time we surveyed, when the survey was taken, it was 63%. We asked about their investments during the global pandemic and related disruptions. 80% of the SMBs maintained or increased their digital transformation budgets, a measure of how important these investments are. Second, the survey asks about technology priorities. Cloud computing and software as a service, or SaaS, really stood out. Nearly a third of the SMB manufacturers surveyed said that they were prioritizing cloud computing, software as a service solutions, and nearly half of these categories would be a technology priority over the next 12 months. IDC noted that cloud is a great enabler for collaboration and analytics. Even smaller companies are leveling the playing field through digital technologies that help them collaborate more effectively. Plastic Fisher is an amazing startup, helping make the planet a better place by keeping our oceans clean. Using Solid Edge and collaborating via Teamcenter Share, they improve design time by 100% and save 75% in manufacturing time. Those are big numbers and what digital transformation can bring. But it's not just Plastic Fisher. Our Solid Edge for Startups programs has helped thousands of entrepreneurs around the world launch new products and businesses. Sustainability is a hot topic these days, and product design plays an important role in sustainability. The decisions we make during design about materials and supply chain can have an enormous impact on the environment, either positively or negatively. In addition to Plastic Fisher, there are two other Solid Edge customers that are making a positive impact. $1 glasses. Amazingly, this startup allows people to create eyeglasses for less than $1 worth of materials so that anyone can afford them. Not only that, they are produced on machinery that doesn't take electricity, so they can be made just about anywhere. Now that's a substantial impact. BlueFlex Energy. Energy is making impact by eliminating biogenic waste while simultaneously producing sustainable energy. They create systems that transform waste from industry, municipalities, and agriculture into high-quality energy sources. That is a great win all around. We love helping startups and really businesses of all sizes with digital transformation. Siemens is committed to that mission. The investment that Siemens has made over the last several years is just phenomenal. You can see on the slide here a list of companies that we brought into the digital industry software portfolio. We've literally passed more than 10 billion over the last several years, and we've become one of the largest, most successful companies in the world. In fact, Siemens is one of the top 10 software companies in the world. We're investing in the next generation of engineers through a new program called Hour of Engineering. This innovative program demystifies engineering and promotes it as a desirable career path by providing real-world engineering challenges connected to global goals. It helps students build engineering habits of mind like creativity, systems thinking, and collaboration. We're truly excited to engage with engineers of tomorrow through this amazing program. From education to startups to even larger enterprises, Siemens Digital Industries is all about helping companies like yours transform into a digital enterprise. And that digital transformation is enabled by Siemens Xcelerator. Siemens Xcelerator is an integrated portfolio of software and services that really blurs the boundaries between traditional standalone domains like electronics or mechanical and software. It really ties them all together into one seamless whole. And Siemens Xcelerator really starts with Solid Edge. Solid Edge is a key part of the Siemens Xcelerator portfolio and is focused on the requirements of small and mid-sized manufacturers. Solid Edge enables manufacturers to create a comprehensive digital twin of their products and includes solutions for mechanical design, electrical design, simulation, manufacturing, and publications. It also includes solutions for data management for all the technical data that is created and consumed when supporting the comprehensive digital twin. It facilitates collaboration both with the manufacturing companies and external resources, including suppliers and customers. Solid Edge is truly your on-ramp to digital transformation. We can help accelerate that digital transformation with Solid Edge 2024. Unleash the power of intelligent product design. With this year's release of Solid Edge 2024, we continue to push the boundaries of product development. Solid Edge 2024 empowers users to design more intelligently across every aspect of product development. With a continued focus on the user experience in large assembly performance, Solid Edge 2024 introduces functionalities and enhancement to automate and speed design as well as collaboration. So here's just a few. There's a 9 times faster graphical performance, AI assembly relationships, great advantages in intelligent dimensioning, and much, much more. Solid Edge is our best release yet. Beta customers have already had an opportunity to experience Solid Edge 2024. Here's what one of them had to say. Each year, Solid Edge gets better and better. Everything is faster. You can definitely feel the excitement from folks like Karsten at FOCA, who had the chance to work with Solid Edge 2024. Our featured company in this year's release is Supfina from Germany. Supfina produces high-precision, fully automated grinding and honing machinery designed for super finishing automotive engine components such as crankshafts and camshafts. Let's start with a look at some overall productivity enhancements. These are things that will definitely make your daily life easier. We are leveraging AI technologies in the design process and push them even further. Let's focus on the polishing tool and fixture for these high-performance motorsport roller bearings. By expanding the assembly features in the Pathfinder, we notice a hole and cutouts were added at the assembly level and need to be completed with a round and a chamfer. This can be solved by reordering the assembly features with a new, simple drag and drop process that resembles reordering part features. This allows you to move the parent and child features together, keeping your model organized. The polishing tool has a 3D printed component that requires 2 holes to be added. To ensure an appropriate fit in the assembly for the 3D printed threads, we can define additional clearance holes using the hole command. The values can be put in either as a percentage or an absolute value. By selecting percentage, the internal diameter will increase by a percentage of the nominal diameter, which is seen in relation to the sketch. We can also switch the option to absolute and enter a specific measurement. To finish off the assembly, the polishing tool can be added at the bottom of the cylinder. By adding a mate, planar line, and axial line with the hole, the component now matches the main assembly. Using the new Resolve Relationship Conflict dialog box, we can easily identify and suppress conflicting relations to resolve them swiftly. This new tool helps streamline the part placement and the assembly relationships. Hovering over listed conflicting relationships on the dialog highlights them graphically. One or more relationships can be suppressed at a time, and the requested relationship turns green. The improved Place Part command leverages artificial intelligence to predict solutions for replacing a single component occurrence constrained to a neighboring component within an assembly. The AI predictions support planar and axial line relationships and presents the solutions in a secondary dialog, allowing us to preview and select the most suitable option before executing the replacement. Enhancements to the variable table filter provides quick access to the filter options, resulting in an efficient experience that reduces both time and mouse clicks. The variable table can be used to reposition the polishing tool to ensure they will contact the bearing at the correct locations. With numerous variables in the assembly, the results can be filtered by user-created, system-created, or both. Another great option for filtering is to only view variables relative to the components that you select. This makes it easy to find the swivel angle variable and make a change. The vertical height of the polishing tool can be changed by updating the NC axis value. One of the highlights that you saw was some physical thread clearance on 3D printed parts. Turns out this is really important because unlike manufactured parts, where the standards define the clearance and the high tolerances to keep things working smoothly, in 3D printed parts, you can get clashes that prevent smooth operation. Solid Edge automatically eliminates these, ensuring your printed parts work effectively. You also saw the power of AI in action. With the improved Replace Part command, Solid Edge can now intelligently suggest assembly relationships and predict valid alternative solutions. The predicted solutions are graphically previewed in the design environment and can be easily selected in a pop-up dialog. And in addition to working with your custom part designs, the AI-enhanced Replace Part functionality also works with parts from the standard parts and 3D Find It parts library. Really powerful stuff that will save you a lot of time. Here's what Dave Iverson of Ariel had to say about Solid Edge 2024. We love the fact that he said, do more of the fun stuff. The reality is, we often end up doing tedious tasks. Let the computer do them. That's what AI in Solid Edge 2024 can deliver. Let's take a look at some more productivity enhancements in Solid Edge 2024. Locating just the right part has never been easier. Search wildcards are supported in part libraries, model view palettes, and the Assembly Pathfinder. These wildcards provide flexibility when searching, allowing you to match and retrieve parts based on partial or incomplete names. Search results display subassemblies and parts in various shades of green for easy identification. With the expanded family of parts options, flat patterns can now be included while working on sheet metal parts containing the information you need to create drawings and annotations. Once we define the new members, we can see options to capture sketches, file properties, and variables. Further enhancements to the family of parts include the ability to set individual material properties per member, as well as control over the suppression state of sketches and etches. Selecting a specific member shows the material change alongside the different etches specific to each member. Greater control of selecting object has been added with the polygon and lasso selection fence options. This makes many common workflows much easier, like resizing holes. Using the lasso selection option, we'll select the desired hole and change the size. Polygon and lasso selections are available within the part, assembly, draft, and subdivision modeling environments. Many designs require handed parts. These symmetrically opposite parts are identical, mirrored copies of one another. A new streamlined workflow makes it easier to create these left and right-handed parts that can remain associative to the original part if needed. With the selection of the face, mirror, and a quick save, the new handed part is immediately available for use. And the best part of using Save as Mirror command, all the features used to create the sheet metal part are carried over, minimizing errors and making downstream changes. The display of bend lines in the flat pattern environment are now supported within the sheet metal environment. Color coding defines a bend direction. Up bends are displayed in blue, the down bends are displayed in green. The color and style of the center lines can be easily modified to suit your company standards. In the Solid Edge Express route, pipes and tubes can now be automatically trimmed with the help of the new trim command. In this example, after turning on the clipping planes, we can see there's an overlap between the main tube and the 3 cleaning tubes. We can trim these tubes so they join together seamlessly with just a few simple clips. By selecting the primary and secondary tube, the Trim Tubes command intelligently cuts holes in the main tube and the outside diameter of the secondary tubes and trims the cleaning tubes to fit. Another new capability in Solid Edge is the Recent Documents Preview, where we can easily select a part we'd like to work on without exiting the design environment, saving time and energy. The sheet metal cover requires some modification. The addition of several punched holes. 7 construction bodies have been placed in the sheet metal part to represent the punches used to remove the material. Using the Subtract command, we can select the main target body, then easily and quickly choose these bodies as a tool step, all within the same window. Unwanted regions left behind as a result of the Subtract operation or disjoint regions can intelligently identified and automatically removed. Hiding the construction bodies, we can see all the internal disjoint regions within the sheet metal part have been removed. Now, obviously, Solid Edge has had the ability to create left and right-handed parts for many years. But did you catch the breakthrough here? Optionally, instead of just producing a body, it will create a mirrored part with a fully editable feature tree. This, frankly, was quite a tough problem, with quite a few requests for it. And we're very happy to bring it to you in Solid Edge 2024. You also saw a ton of other great enhancements. Just to highlight a few, now Family of Parts not only creates correctly sized bodies based on the parameters, but it also supports material, etches, coordinate systems, sketches, and more. This was a long-standing request, and we're very excited to deliver. Lasso selection can be handy in so many circumstances. Now it's super easy. In often requested enhancements, the new Trim Tubes command automatically trims and cuts holes in intersecting tubes in the assembly environment. It not only supports the tubes that butt against each other, but also end-connected tubes that can automatically be mitered. Variable table has been really improved, allowing users to access the filters more easily and quickly, saving time, money, and reducing mouse clicks. When placing parts, conflicting relationships can now be automatically identified, giving the user the ability to resolve the conflicts easy with a pop-up dialog that displays the issues, and much more, matching coordinate systems, reordering the assembly features, removing disjoint region, the list goes on and on. Daniel Schultz of Kaiser had this to say: Siemens really listens to their customers. And it's true. We really do work closely with our customers and listen how we can make things better. This helped make Solid Edge the great product it is today. Next up is large assembly performance. Solid Edge truly has best in class for large assemblies, and now it's even better. Better with model view performance that allows you to view and manipulate even the largest assemblies without lags, stutters, or buffering. New immersive view styles put your models into a real-world environment that automatically updates with the model in movement for even more realism. As you can see, the view manipulation is automatically optimized, allowing users to run the most demanding assemblies at lightning speeds without the loss of detail or the need to adjust settings or hide features, parts, or assemblies. Dynamic viewing is up to 3 times faster on single parts and up to 9 times faster for very, very large assemblies. Companies like Hatch are building some of the largest assemblies in the world, and as John notes, the Solid Edge 2024 advancements have a huge impact on their designers, as much as 30% productivity improvement. In addition to the amazing speed improvements, you can now visualize designs in a real-world background that pans and rotates with your model to create a more immersive user experience. As the Solid Edge design is manipulated, graphic effects like reflections, shadows, and lighting are also updated. This creates a more realistic, lifelike representation of them in the model's environment, just like you were walking around the model in the real world. Next up is Design Configurator, and I want you to pay special attention here because we know so many companies can benefit from this technology. Not only can you configure your own designs instantly, but we are now delivering pre-configured conveyors and ladders and other equipment that is commonly used in large machines and plants. It's an incredible time saver. Let's take a look.
Manufacturers are facing increasing pressure by their customers to offer greater choice and variety in their products. This can lead to an increase in the number of product variants organizations need to define, author, and manage. New pre-configured models in Solid Edge Design Configurator allow you to quickly and easily place intelligent datasets for ladders, conveyors, enclosures directly into your design. The ability to customize fully configured subassemblies inside the main assembly helps simplify workflows and improve productivity. In this example, a fully configured ladder assembly is being modified directly within the main assembly environment. There's no need to go back to the subassemblies and configure them individually, saving you time and energy. A secondary ladder is needed to complete our design. After placing the ladder, we can customize the length. Due to the model's rules, a second section and hoop in the middle are also added. To finish up the assembly, we need to add a final cabinet. The cabinet can be customized inside the main assembly with the necessary dimensions and colors to fit our needs. With access to fully configured datasets such as ladders and cabinets, it's never been easier for customers to get started quickly with Solid Edge Design Configurator. With the new subassembly command alongside the place part model and loop action commands, full assemblies can be placed and configured right on the spot. With these new workflow model actions, brand new assembly lines can be built quickly and easily. Here, the base conveyors and other necessary components are being added to create a new assembly lines. Solid Edge Design Configurator can automatically calculate the number of conveyors and other components needed to match user specifications. By importing 10 meters, the software automatically determines the number of conveyors needed within a specific time and distance to complete the line. With the last machine added, the new assembly line is finalized and ready to be used. The new ability to read Excel files and external databases for input data in the model action allows you to automatically complete assembly lines in a fraction of the time. By reading the necessary conveyor placement data from an Excel file, the software instantly configures and completes the assembly with just one click.
Wow. Isn't that amazing how quickly those ladders went into place and were fully configured in seconds? You can really boost design speed by using pre-configured models of ladders, conveyors, and enclosures. One of the most requested customer features, pre-configured models, downloaded from the Solid Edge Support Center, can now be directly used in the assembly at no cost to the Solid Edge Design Configurator users. In addition to all the great Solid Edge functionalities you saw configuring your designs, you can also take advantage of the Solid Edge Design Configurator Connect. This is a user-friendly, web-based configurator that manages the most complex pricing and product configuration, allowing users to configure online in any browser simply and easily by automatically generating sales documentation, including the 3D models. Connect your engineering process with sales and marketing, streamlining design workflows with the new Solid Edge Design Configurator Connect. Michael Orr at Ariel quickly saw the value of Design Configurator and how it leverages data, your data and knowledge, to really streamline assembly customization. He notes that it could be a big time saver. Model-based definition, often called MBD. It's all about moving the intelligence of the drawing upstream into the model. Why should the geometry be in the model and the critical information like tolerances be in the drawing? When we move all the intelligence into the model, we lower the 3D communication barrier and better convey design intent for downstream manufacturing process.
Intelligently define and annotate 3D models while better conveying design intent for downstream manufacturing processes with the new Solid Edge Advanced PMI and model-based definition capabilities. The improved Auto Dimension tool in Solid Edge Advanced PMI can be used with 1 or 2 datums for more freedom while automatically dimensioning turned parts. Using the new Recent Documents preview will open another bracket that's been partially dimensioned. With the new Dimension Checker command, quickly and easily identify the constraint status of features and parts. The model is automatically color-coded with feature IDs, informing you of the constraint status of features and if they lack any tolerance information. In this example, the slot and holes are under constraint, and as a dimension is missing a tolerance value. By adding the necessary tolerance, Dimension Checker will instantly update with the new status, and the Auto Dimension tool will automatically add the missing location dimensions for the holes, improving creation speed. The improved Auto Dimension tool also includes stack dimensions and callouts for slot and oval cutouts. Features chosen in the selected primary, secondary, and tertiary planes can be auto-dimensioned instantly, and you can now automatically dimension location and size callouts for your created slot and oval cutouts. The Common Model Views command allows users to create common model views automatically with the existing PMI. With the required views selected, Solid Edge automates view creation. Applying section views to a model view is easy with the enhanced vertical command bar that can be launched from the Model View palette. These easy-to-use command bars make editing model views simple, like adjusting the render mode as we see here. To clean up the PMI dimensions, we'll run the enhanced Arrange Dimensions command, which provides the ability to arrange coordinate dimensions alongside the linear dimensions. The Update Model Views automatically updates all model views when the model changes or PMI is added or removed. Auxiliary plane indicators can be added, giving you more freedom to annotate the models based on ISO or DIN standards. Convey design intent for downstream manufacturing processes with 3D PDFs that can be published using templates. You can now export PMI views with selected section views and render styles to the 3D PDF, including those created with single planes, to streamline the delivery of relevant design information. With new PMI face association, parent faces and section views are automatically highlighted when they are selected in the 3D PDF. For assemblies, 3D PDF documents can contain an interactive parts list. On selection, parts are highlighted in the list and graphics window. Associative properties such as author can also be included. STEP, AP242, and JT files can also be generated and added as attachments within the 3D PDF. Interoperability enhancements allow your Solid Edge files to look the same when opened in other Siemens Accelerated Portfolio solutions such as NX. The improved PMI association and support for various PMI data provide increased connectivity for downstream applications. Visit the Discovery Center in Solid Edge to get your free 30-day trial for Solid Edge Advanced PMI. Trials for other add-on products are also available. With Solid Edge Advanced PMI and model-based definition, you can intelligently define and annotate 3D models, better convey design intent for downstream manufacturing processes, and unleash the power of intelligent design.
Wow, that's some really cool stuff here. We suggest all companies look at this. We recognize that drawings aren't going away anytime soon, but it makes sense to move the intelligence upstream. Why have some information in the part and some in the drawing? Let's get to one source of the truth, the model. With Solid Edge 2024, there are some great enhancements here to get you on this path. Auto dimensioning has a serious upgrade, and the Dimension Checker really lets you understand if your dimension scheme is complete. And there are many other enhancements. So now is the time to start getting going with Solid Edge model-based design. And don't worry, you can move at your pace. Either drawings or create simple PDFs, it's up to you. We're always amazed at how seemingly small improvements can make such a big difference. Ken at Pella was really taken with the new, better layout and the auto dimensioning it provides. A huge help to his team. As mentioned before, don't worry, drawings aren't going away and Solid Edge will continue to be the best in the business. But if you are further along in your journey and looking to publish 3D PDFs, we've got you covered. For example, 3D section is now supported during Publish. And you can now graphically highlight items in the PDF and see where it's associated. This is really helpful in downstream interpretation. We've been talking a lot about core CAD functionality, and that is truly important. But more than ever, collaboration is key to improving engineering productivity. No one could have anticipated how distributed our teams would become in recent years. But we definitely have some amazing tools to support this. And this comes in the form of Solid Edge SaaS, where collaboration is built right into your daily work.
We'll be taking a closer look at this later in our session.
You can access Teamcenter Share's comprehensive suite of collaboration capabilities fully in the Solid Edge environment. The complete Share Web user interface, UI, is embedded entirely within Solid Edge 2024 for more streamlined collaboration workflows. The same browser-based experience of Teamcenter Share is available anytime, anyplace, on any device as before, but now Share is also available without leaving Solid Edge. This saves users time by eliminating the need to switch between the different application windows. Plus, you can synchronize your Solid Edge design data on your desktop and in the cloud automatically. It's automatically installed with Solid Edge. Siemens Connector offers an enhanced integration between Solid Edge and Teamcenter Share, enabling you to work seamlessly with your cloud and desktop data. In addition to the great enhancement of having Teamcenter Share embedded in the Solid Edge environment, we continue to improve Teamcenter Share as it supports products across the Teamcenter Accelerator portfolio. You can now onboard multiple users faster and easier, or share projects, assign tasks, send messages to users not currently associated with the project. You can attach notes, project, files, tasks, and send messages instantly. To support ever-growing file sizes, especially those for simulation files and results, users can now upload files up to 500 gigabytes each. Additional cloud storage packages up to 100 terabytes is also now available. Ren at Sunny Bay really appreciated the improvements we've made to file upload speeds. It's great to see how much faster it is than other solutions. In addition to Sunny Bay, many other customers are already doing great things with Solid Edge SaaS and the built-in Teamcenter Share, like Craig Hall at Hall Designs. Hall Designs are using the new cloud collaboration capability of Solid Edge SaaS to collaborate more effectively and reduce their design and development time and dramatically streamline their communication with clients. Look at these numbers, 25% improvement on revisions, 80% time savings sharing the designs. Now that's pretty substantial productivity. Solid Edge CAM Pro also received a great update. Get faster and more accurate programming with Solid Edge CAM Pro. Let's take a look.
Solid Edge CAM Pro improves productivity by enabling artificial intelligence to present the machining options that are used most frequently with AI-assisted operation editing. The prediction node will guide you through the operation editing process. Suggestions will be made based on the machining application and your programming style. Over time, the prediction tab will contain the items you most frequently edit, making it the go-to spot in the operation. No more hunting for options, as the AI assistance is customized for each user based on your preferences. With auto-generate for simple turning operations and certain 2.5-axis operations, you no longer have to generate the operation. As soon as enough parameters are available to calculate the toolpath, Solid Edge CAM Pro takes care of it. This makes NC programming faster, allowing you to review the results quicker. Similarly, any changes that require recomputation are automatically performed. See the latest results as soon as the parameters are changed. Prime Turning by Sandvik increases productivity by removing more material in a shorter amount of time, enabling faster speed and increased tool life. Using either Sandvik Prime Turn A or B turning tools, we can quickly, efficiently, and safely remove the material from this undercut. Notice how smooth the entrance and exits are, which produces less stress during the cutting and helps the inserts last longer. 3D adaptive roughing provides the most efficient rough machining possible. It reliably and dynamically checks for tool holder collision when the tool moves within a region or across multiple regions. Toolpath generation is faster, bottom-up cutting has been enhanced, and a top-off flat faces option has been added for faster throughput. The Cloud Connect tool library, as the name implies, stores cutting tools in the cloud database for easy access. Tools and holding devices can be easily searched, downloaded, and modified. Immediate access to cutting tool vendors is also available from the same location. Generate toolpaths on flat surfaces with complex shapes using the face mill mid-pass operation. This feature, perfect for the milling of casted flanges or any other oddly shaped flat surface, automatically calculates the midline distance between the edges of a face and places a toolpath on it. For users that desire the cutter to be off-center of the flange, the operation can also create a toolpath along a shape described as the convex hull of the face. The face mill mid-pass operation can greatly improve productivity for this type of machining, eliminating the need to manually create a boundary line for the cutter to follow. This allows you to create the operation in minutes as opposed to hours. Save your in-process workpieces as faceted bodies in separate files. These models can be used for future machining operations, the creation of manufacturing planning operations, or the construction of secondary machining fixtures and jigs. These in-process workpieces can be saved at any stage during the machining process, even in the middle of an operation. Turn milling is designed to easily machine symmetric and eccentric cylindrical surfaces with high surface quality, precision, and high cutting volume. An operation subtype in the rotary milling template, turn milling is used to pre-cut cylindrical parts before finish machining with other rotary milling operation subtypes. Solid Edge CAM Pro provides cutting-edge updates that accelerate machining while bringing the power of artificial intelligence and the cloud to your machining processes.
There are some real time savers in there. The 3D adaptive roughing means faster programming and more efficient machining, while the AI-assisted operation editing predicts the most probable parameters, accelerating programming processes and ensuring accurate repeatability. The new prediction mode will learn from the user's best programming practices to dynamically change and predict user behavior. The Cloud Connected Tool Library is a new application that utilizes the cloud and provides a user-friendly, intuitive experience when previewing tools and dimensions. And Prime Turning is now supported. Prime Turning is a new methodology which enables turning in all directions, resulting in a 50% productivity increase for turning operations. Enhancements in Solid Edge simulation and SimCenter Flow EFD for Solid Edge increase simulator performance and speed with improvements on meshing, structural analysis, and interoperability. Let's check that out.
Increase your simulation speed, performance, and reliability with new enhancements in Solid Edge simulation. Instantly import solid temperature results from SimCenter Flow EFD for Solid Edge into a static simulation study with the new Import Solid Temperature command in Solid Edge simulation. In this example, the results of a Flow EFD simulation in a heat exchanger and the temperature distribution of the fluid flow on the parts are shown here. Switching to Solid Edge simulation, we already have a study created with all constraints but without any loads. Using the new Import Solid Temperature command, we can set the load for our simulation study and start the solve. The Solid Edge simulation study processes the results from Flow EFD and solves the calculation. Viewing the results, we see high stresses in the parts as a result of the temperature loads. Interoperability between Solid Edge simulation and SimCenter Flow EFD for Solid Edge enables you to find thermal stresses and deformation in solids, helping understand part behavior and avoid failures long before real products are manufactured. The option to apply force to any given point in Solid Edge simulation grants you greater control and flexibility in your simulation studies. In this example, a study has been created to show what happens when the component is put under an internal pressure. To run further analysis and determine additional loads, we will define an additional sketch point to add force to. The user-defined point option allows you to select any 2D or 3D point on the component and apply a specific force. We'll set the force direction, solve the study, and then review the results. The enhanced mesh quality checks in Solid Edge simulation can automatically analyze and identify poor quality areas in complex mesh models. The check quality command instantly identifies and highlights the poor quality areas in the generated mesh. With the intelligent mesh quality checks, you can easily find the problematic areas in the mesh and fix them early on in your workflow, significantly decreasing errors. Continue to increase your simulation speed, meshing performance, and reliability with Solid Edge simulation and unleash the power of intelligent product design.
As you saw, Solid Edge simulation users can now import solid temperature results from SimCenter Flow EFD into Solid Edge Study. The new option to apply force to any user-defined point rather than just a mesh vertex also allows for greater control of simulation studies. And the display of mesh quality checks have been improved to make it easier to identify poor quality areas. Finally, the insulated gate bipolar transistor, or IGBT, compact model is now composed of an electrical element and a 2 resistor component. Conducted compact models provide a very efficient representation of the IGBT element. Now, let's talk about value-based licensing, which is a truly important innovation, allowing you to explore and use a wide variety of Solid Edge portfolio products at one very low cost. Rather than traditional purchasing of individual products, value-based licensing provides a cost-effective bundle of license or tokens that can be used across Solid Edge add-on products, and you can use those on demand. You get instant access to advanced functionality that can be shared across your product development teams and on an as-needed basis, all at a much lower cost than buying each individual product. Let's look at the list of products within value-based licensing. These are all valuable products, but are you going to use each one every day? What if you could just mix and match and decide what you want to use at any time without having to buy the individual products? Well, now you can. Generative Design Pro, Point Cloud Visualization, Solid Edge Simulation, Advanced, and all the others here are available through value-based licensing.
New for Solid Edge, value-based licensing. A flexible licensing option to help you with the challenges of a rapidly changing development environment. This approach allows you to discover new Solid Edge add-on products while increasing flexibility for you and your team. Let's have a look at how value-based licensing works, starting with the base application, Solid Edge Classic or Premium. Value-based licenses offer a fully flexible environment in which users can explore different functionalities. Companies acquire a set of tokens, which allow the running of a wide array of applications. Tokens are available in yearly subscription packs that make the add-on products available as a single shareable bundle. Tokens can be checked in and out to allow for maximum flexibility. Each add-on product consumes a defined number of tokens when in use. The total number of applications and which specific applications that can be checked out is limited by the number of tokens users have available. Value-based licensing is even more flexible when combining multiple users, each with their own desktop instead of tokens. Just imagine, a worker is confronted with a maximum token limit. By having a joint token pool, the limitation is automatically lifted as he or she is able to claim unused tokens from a colleague. In this context, it's also perfectly possible for users to use the same application simultaneously, as long as the token maximum isn't breached. Value-based licensing gives you the ability to manage costs, discover new applications, and easily scale your business. In many cases, the total investment is less than individual licenses, yet the flexibility dramatically increases regardless of whether the modules are used daily or occasionally. Value-based licensing, new for Solid Edge, offers a truly flexible, cost-effective, simple-to-scale approach that reduces risk over time and encourages users to maximally explore new possibilities.
You can see how this can add a whole new dimension of flexibility and access to your product usage. Tokens are available on yearly subscription packs of 25 and 50 and make the add-on products available as a single shareable bundle. Tokens can be checked in and out to allow for maximum flexibility. Users can mix and match the add-on products as needed within the permitted token allowance. It's really an ultimate in flexibility that will give you access to technologies you never thought possible at an unbeatable price point. In addition to all the wonderful enhancement you've seen in Solid Edge itself, the Siemens Xcelerator portfolio is the most powerful in the industry. And with Solid Edge, you can connect to many other powerful applications that are part of our Siemens Xcelerator, like NX or Teamcenter. Let's take a look now at the Solid Edge and Teamcenter, how they can closely work together in a product configuration scenario.
Engineering complexity explodes as products become more complex. Product lifecycle times become shorter, markets and manufacturing go global, and customers demand more choices and customization. Companies need a solution that enables them to manage this complexity from product inception through manufacturing in a simple way that enables reuse and commonality and eliminates engineering cycles on products that will never be offered on the market. Teamcenter and Solid Edge are industry-leading solutions that address these challenges with tight integration. Here's a hand drill assembly which has been configured with product family members, product features, and variants in Teamcenter. Here we are seeing a full 150% bill of material, and if needed we can apply a variant which updates the bill of material accordingly. This hand drill assembly has been configured with 3 variants. Once opened in Solid Edge, we get the options to load a 150% unconfigured bill of material, or we can select a product variant which loads a 100% bill of material. We'll select the standard basic variant from the product family and load it into Solid Edge. All the components associated with this variant are loaded, and we can verify this by expanding the subassemblies to visualize the components associated with this variant. The list of product variants defined in Teamcenter can be viewed, and the active variant currently loaded in session is highlighted. This information is synchronized between Teamcenter and Solid Edge. We have full control whether we want to load a different variant, load more than one variant to provide a 120% bill of materials, or load all variants to create the 150% bill of materials. If needed, we can edit and move components as we have read and write access. With seamless integration between Teamcenter and Solid Edge, you can build your products faster to meet your customers' requirements.
It's great to see that tight integration between these products. Teamcenter Product Configurator, which enables users to create variant configurations and assemblies, is now fully embedded in the Solid Edge environment. This allows you to take full advantage of the digital twin by using a common variability thread for highly complex products. Powerful impact analysis technology is also available across the product suite. We've also significantly upgraded the interop with NX. Changes to PMI and Solid Edge now automatically update in NX, and the PMI from Solid Edge files look the same when opened in NX. Supported for stacked annotation, center marks, center line, a bolt hole circle, and more is also now available. Additionally, assemblies created in Solid Edge that contain internal components now open correctly in NX. And for those customers using both Solid Edge and NX, NX value-based tokens will run Solid Edge value-based products. So it's easier than ever to mix and match and interoperate between these two systems. We've also expanded interoperability and collaboration between other parts of the Xcelerator portfolio. For example, Technical Publications and Solid Edge Inspector are both integrated with Teamcenter Share, and Solid Edge Inspector now fully integrates with OpsCenter and Teamcenter Quality. At Group SEB, a longtime Solid Edge user, Olivier believes these interoperability functionalities and others across the Siemens Xcelerator portfolio give him and his team the right solution to meet their current and future design challenges. Not only does Solid Edge work great with other parts in the Siemens Accelerator portfolio, it also works great with data from external sources. So whether you're switching from another CAD system, reusing legacy design data, or working with suppliers, Solid Edge makes working with third-party files as easy as native data. If you're working with customers or supplier that use a different CAD system, CAD Direct is going to save you a lot of time. Rather than translating a file and having an intermediary file keep track and update between each other, with CAD Direct, you can use the foreign data directly. You can, for example, directly assemble a SolidWorks file into a Solid Edge assembly. And that's because this is so powerful, we've expanded the lineup of systems that CAD Direct supports, now including Inventor, Creo, CATIA, and ACES. If you haven't incorporated CAD Direct into your workflow, now's a pretty good time. And for those of you migrating from other systems to Solid Edge, we've continued to make our best-in-class tools even better. Those of you coming from SolidWorks and Inventor will see even more complete and easier to use tools than in the past. We've enhanced many of our data sharing pathways such as STL, Creo, and even 2D. Solid Edge is certainly our best release yet. We're excited to bring you new functionalities and enhancements because we know they'll help you streamline your productivity. To learn more about Solid Edge 2024 and the benefits it can provide you and your company, visit us at siemens.com/solidedge2024 or scan the QR code shown here.
We also encourage you to join the Solid Edge community forum and talk with other users. Here you can explore and browse among the different blogs dedicated to each solution and read articles and hear about the latest news. You can share, where you can expose your question in the forum to obtain answers, exchange with other users, and benefit from their experience. You can learn and find information in the knowledge base and increase your skills.
The Siemens Hour of Engineering. Help us create the next generation of engineers by spreading the word about our Hour of Engineering. Share this program with your family and friends at your local schools, local boys and girls clubs, and the like. It's engaging, it's fun, and it's free. And for those of you who haven't tried Solid Edge, we encourage you to do so with our free 30-day trial. It's full access trial, and you can access it at siemens.com/try-solid-edge. Solid Edge 2024 empowers users to design more intelligently across every aspect of product development. We continue to focus on user experience, large assembly performance, and design productivity. Solid Edge 2024 will help you automate and speed design collaboration more effectively. We can't wait to see what you can do with it. Solid Edge 2024 is available for download right now. If you have any questions, please type in the chat window. Our team of Solid Edge experts are on standby to answer your questions. Thank you for joining us today.
Welcome to Solid Edge University. I'll be sharing a few exciting updates about Teamcenter Share in next few minutes. Thousands of customers have made Teamcenter Share their go-to tool for day-to-day collaboration. Let's jump right in. My name is Prashant. I'm part of the Mainstream Cloud and Digital Solutions team, and I'll be walking you through Teamcenter Share. So let's get through some housekeeping. You must have heard about Accelerator Share or Siemens Accelerator Share. Accelerator Share solution is changing its name to Teamcenter Share. This change is a reflection of expanding capability of the product and in consideration of the feedback provided by the customers like you. The change also clarifies Siemens' position that Teamcenter is our solution for collaboration at every level. This change will have no impact whatsoever on the pricing or how you use it, the URL you access, the account that you log in, username and password all remain the same. no action whatsoever is required for you to continue using Accelerator Share, now Teamcenter Share, and many other integrated products with it. So let's recap. The software portfolio is foundational to Siemens Accelerator business platform and features the world's most comprehensive digital twin technology. Businesses of all sizes rely on these solutions to design, engineer, manufacture, and optimize their products, from chip level to the entire system, across a wide range of industries. The portfolio covers integrated solutions and services from mechanical, embedded software, electronic simulation, and you name it. So let's talk about how Teamcenter Share is helping our customers. This is what we are hearing from our customers. Traditional office settings where everyone was co-located at one place is becoming rarer, especially after pandemic. Teams are dispersed locally or even globally, with internet becoming lifeline to the productivity. Teams are not just made of internal employees. External players, be it a supply chain or a customers, need to be closely involved to ensure project success. Sharing data externally is often challenging with the existing systems. Multiple team players combined with concurrent development causes confusion on what dataset is the latest and causes delays and potential mistakes and errors. Teams often have regional expertise, often on different time zones, so always on concept to access the data is required. There is a need to connect different functions in the businesses to address multi-domain digital twin. Pressure is on productivity and driving the ability to carry out the tasks on any device. So at any time. So not being limited by device is an essential element of success. Finally, secure access to data is crucial. This not only means right people having right level of access to the right data, but also dealing with challenge of wrong people having access to the data and protecting against it.
Instantly, securely, and easily collaborate with colleagues, partners, and customers with Siemens' next-generation cloud-based collaboration solution, Teamcenter Share. Solid Edge and Share enable you to work from anywhere, synchronize your data, and collaborate with design in mind. At home, the office, or in transit, Teamcenter Share's browser-based access allows you to collaborate using any device, a smartphone, tablet, or PC. Share not only supports Solid Edge design data, but it also works with any common CAD file type and many other file formats like Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, PDFs, images, and much more. For CAD files, there's an integrated 3D view environment where you can hide and show parts, explode assemblies, section, measure, and markup. This is great for manufacturing and design reviews. Here, we're identifying the need for some changes with a markup and some accompanying text annotations. Teamcenter Share offers maximum traceability as all markups are recorded, enabling conversation back and forth on any of the issues you're tracking. It also records who made any markup and when it was made. We can easily go back to the markup at any time. With Share, you can also connect your CAD, synchronizing your data from your desktop to the cloud. Here, we have the same espresso machine project on our desktop, represented simply as a folder. Any data that we save in this folder will get synchronized in the background. In Solid Edge, we can securely sign into Teamcenter Share and see those same cloud-based projects. The espresso machine can be opened, and we can get right to work on the part in question. The designer can easily access those same markups in the cloud directly from within Solid Edge. And then, of course, go ahead and complete the work, which in this case is to add a cutout to the leg of the espresso machine. Once complete, another markup continues that two-way conversation and collaboration with other stakeholders so that issues are tracked appropriately. Another great capability is sharing projects with anyone. Simply enter the email address of the person with whom you'd like to share and choose their access permission level. Here we can choose View or View and Download or Edit and Download, depending on how we want to protect our intellectual property. We'll share this design with one of our colleagues and our customer and give them the appropriate access. Finally, with Share's augmented reality functionality, we can see exactly how our design will look in the real-world environment. It will snap the design onto any surfaces that are seen through the camera lens at the correct scale. Then, finger gestures can be used to manipulate the model and easily visualize what the design looks like in the real environment. With Solid Edge and Teamcenter Share, you can work from anywhere, synchronize your data, and use design-centric tools such as 3D and 2D CAD view and markup, augmented reality, virtual prototyping, secure project-based sharing, and much more.
So let's summarize what we saw. Teamcenter Share provides you a secured cloud storage. It allows you to work with the cloud as well as it allows you to sync with the desktop so that you can work offline. It's a permission-based solution, so you can set the roles and access levels within the project teams and really manage the collaboration effectively. It has got its own task management, simple workflows that you can set up and monitor your projects. It is engineering centric, so you have CAD files, engineering data. You can do a lot of things such as view, markup, measure within its environment, helps you accelerate the project tasks. Comes with augmented reality capabilities. It has got its own messaging capability. It is integrated with the email system that it uses. It has got notifications based on the project tasks and updates. It works on any device, virtually browser based, so be it Apple, Chrome, Windows, you can manage it as long as you're connected to internet. It's instant on. It has got its own multi-user override protection, so single source of truth concept where you are managing the check in, check out, avoid the costly mistake of overwriting. And the last but not the least, it also works with the structured collaboration solutions such as Teamcenter, so that it allows you to manage the structured internal collaboration with the software solutions like Teamcenter and the ad hoc collaboration with external as well as some of the internal stakeholders with Teamcenter Share. So you must be thinking, what will it take for me to start using it? If you have hybrid SaaS licensing, you probably have it. And all those features are wrapped up in a very intuitive experience. So let me guarantee you that it's very easy to learn and start using it. Plus, if you need guidance, interactive user assistance is there. There are tools, just the click at the touch away. So please try it out. Start using it. So in summary, there are three main takeaways. One, Teamcenter Share is the first cloud component of Accelerator as Service. It is not a standalone product. It comes along with every hybrid SaaS implementation. Two, Teamcenter Share offers a rich set of features to aid everyday collaboration. And three, Teamcenter Share contributes to making digital transformation more accessible, flexible, and scalable at all levels. So Teamcenter is a collaboration backbone for Accelerator portfolio used to plan, design, and share product information and manage workflows. For all our customers who are using Teamcenter, Teamcenter should be where internal users should go to access product information. Teamcenter Share extends your ability now to collaborate with individuals and teams outside your company. As Teamcenter customers, you can securely share CAD and other files with external collaborators for ad hoc projects and synchronize updated files back in Teamcenter. How cool it is. So let's talk about the updates from recent release in December. So in the latest release that has come out, you can now organize your display. You can organize your columns. The column selection dialog is now enhanced, so you can select and put together the list of columns that you want to see, select and lay it out in your user interface. Many of you use Solid Edge built-in data management. Now Teamcenter Share can bring in those properties that you have defined in Solid Edge data management in the Teamcenter Share user interface. You can see now that you have a better sorting capability. Now tasks can be sorted by multiple levels. So here you see status and due date and priorities. Some of you may be familiar with the concept of project notes that you can attach to a dataset. Earlier it was not possible to attach the links or URLs in the notes, which can point you to the specific dataset. Now you can do it. So you can see there you have a project note with the normal text with the URLs capturing the timestamps. We have now extended the support to many other engineering data types, including Creo parts, Inventor parts. So the list of file format that Teamcenter Share supports is expanding as we go. One of the areas that has seen enhancements is augmented reality. Now you see better display, shading and coloring capabilities that were always been asked by the customers. Some of the customers really ask for it, and now you see those implemented in the recent release. That is all I have today about Teamcenter Share. If you need more information, reach out to your solution partner. Drop me a note. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at Solid Edge 2024 mechanical design. First, some user interface enhancements. Improvements in the vertical command bar. Better spacing between elements and translucency is no more. Better scaling for the context toolbar. Commands better support object action workflow throughout the software. I encourage you just to try that as you use the software. In-app 30-day trials to discover new capabilities in the software. And a really nice recent documents preview at the top of this application. Options are now searchable, making it easy to find just that setting that you need to tweak. Redesigned for the vertical command bar for dimensions and a few other commands. Take advantage of the extra real estate that we have on those vertical command bars. For example, the redesign of the assembly relationship bars, adding the widget. So let's take a look at some user interface enhancements. First, the recent menu here at the top. Quick way to get what you want. I'm going to go ahead and open this simple part. We'll take a look at the opaque, nicer looking Pathfinder, context toolbar, better spacing for icons. Notice how the transparency it fades away when you move your mouse away. You can go and do whatever you want. You can maybe isolate or whatever command is available on the context toolbar. And let's go ahead and maybe make a drawing real quickly. And you can see how the object action is, you could see the context toolbar with very little mouse movement. Gives me the ability to create a parts list and go ahead and drop that down. And when selecting other objects, like maybe this balloon for example, you get the properties very easily without having to right click. It's just right there at the left click access. So pretty much just learn about it through discovery, take advantage of the context toolbar and the object action capabilities. You can also do it by selecting the object and then using the command. You probably remember the parts list always asks you to select the view first, but in the case of if you select the view first, it won't ask you. So just better workflow throughout. Next up is part modeling. Nice improvements to family of parts. Now you can have a separate material, file properties, and even etches are separated out per member. I'll show you that in a demonstration. Multiple bodies are also supported in family of parts. This is very useful, and I have a demonstration for that as well. Flat pattern features now work within the multi-body, so you can have multiple published flat patterns. And mirror part now has the option to remove the original, so you can create a opposite-handed part very easily now. And some more information, save as mirrored part is very similar, where it essentially saves out a separate part file, but it's mirrored and has the option to be linked to the original or not. Very streamlined workflow. Let's take a look. Here we have the right-handed version of a sheet metal part. We already have an etch indicating that that is the right-handed side, and we do have a mirror in place already just to speed up the demonstration. And we'll first take a look at mirror copy part. You can see the save as mirrored that we just spoke of is here as well, but mirror copy part, super easy. Select the body, select the plane, and here we have the option to remove the original. Really nice. So I'm going to make a left-handed version of this sheet metal part. I'm going to just go ahead and make a text profile. And then we'll create our etch from that. I can probably hide the original sketch. So very quickly we made a left-handed version of the part. Now let's take a look at family of parts. We'll create a new member. We'll create the left, and we'll create the right. And those are all ready to go. And if we use the edit table, you'll see in the options you have the ability to turn on the visibility of other things. We have all our features here, so there's our left and right version. So what we'd like to have is the etch we just created. On the left-handed side we do want that, so we unsuppress it, and on the right side we want to suppress it. For the mirror feature, that needs to be available on the left but suppressed on the right. And the original etch, that would be suppressed on the left and included on the right. And also we can take a look at the material, so we can publish out independent materials now as well as properties. So if I chose, say, copper and steel, so I hit OK. And now we have two members. If we choose right, and apply. There's the right. You can see the material is different. And if we choose left and apply, there's the left-handed version, which is steel. And great enhancement for Solid Edge 2024. And let's take a look at another part. So this is a multi-body sheet metal part. If we look over here in design bodies, you'll see that there's a center, a left, and a right. You may or may not be familiar with multi-body, but the benefit here is that these parts all fit together, and we can conveniently have them all in the same files so we can easily make edits and ensure that they fit. Now they are sheet metal files, so we would like to eventually have flat patterns. So if we go to the flatten, first of all, we'll check out the bend lines that we now have in the flattened state. So you see we have 3 flattens. Each one goes with each body. I've gone ahead and created these beforehand, and now you essentially have the ability to include the flat the same way as you would a feature. So it's very much like what you're familiar with in Family of Parts, except you can include a flat pattern for each specific member. So when you publish out each member, you will have a flat all ready to go. And there's an option here that you want to probably have turned on to just make the flat pattern available in this window. And it's actually very easy to use if you just play with it a little bit. Great new enhancement, Solid Edge 2024. And if we take a look at our FOP table, you'll see that it's we also have the option here for Property Manager. This is a great way to manage the properties for each member. And let's go ahead and maybe open one of these. So you can see that when we open it, we have our flat pattern all ready to go in that member separate part file. Your insert part copy command has also been improved in Solid Edge 2024. This is a nice enhancement. We've had support calls asking how to move the position of an inserted part copy into the target document, and this solves that problem. You now have an updated dialog to better support some of the new options, and you have 2 settings to select the source and the current document coordinate systems. So you can create a coordinate system in the source document precisely where you'd like it to line up, and one in the target document, and that just really makes short work of precisely inserting a part copy exactly where you want it. Let's take a look at that. Go ahead and use my recent documents gallery. It's actually a really cool feature. And simple little assembly here. We'll jump into this component part. We'll just edit into it, and we have a motor that we'd like to insert, and we have a destination coordinate system here. It's actually labeled motor position, not too important. We'll just go ahead and use our insert part copy. And by the way, if you weren't in the exact folder, you could click the home button and that would take you right into the folder of your assembly, and we have a motor 01. We'll just go ahead and open that, and you see immediately the improved dialog, and we have 2 options here. Besides all of the standard options that we've always had, we can choose the coordinate system inside the placement part, and the coordinate system inside. You can see that's highlighting for me so that I can verify. Simply click OK, and that will be positioned exactly the way that I want. Great new enhancement in Solid Edge 2024. This is a great improvement for removing hanging pieces of geometry that are created when there's a disjoint as a result of a Boolean operation. We see this maybe when creating multiple bodies to simulate machining operations, or it relates to the subtract command. I'll show you how that works. This is a great enhancement, but super easy to use. So this would be useful maybe for mold work or what have you. So we notice that we have one design body, which is our kind of our solid body, and we have multiple construction bodies, which are essentially our tools for subtraction. So we come up here to our toolbar and we find subtract, and it prompts for the target, and we right click or hit the green check mark, and you can select one or more. We can pick them graphically, or we can pick them in the Pathfinder, whatever you like. And you can right click to accept, and now you have an option here at the end. You can one at a time remove the regions, or you can select all the internal regions. Option to invert the selection. And when you go ahead and hit finish, you'll see that those hanging pieces of geometry are removed nice and cleanly. Really handy for mold work or operation models. So this is actually one of my favorites. We've had a few calls where customers have tried to 3D print parts using the new physical threads option that models the threads for you, and they've noticed the threads come out a little too tight. You might need to run a tap in the hole, or so this solves that problem. So you can add clearance to your physical thread by either percentage or by an absolute value, and this is applicable to an external thread or the hole command when you've actually turned on the physical thread option. And of course, you would only do this on a specialized case where you wouldn't want to do this to a fastener and then use that fastener in thousands of times in a design. This is for a very specific use case where you want to print a bolt or fastener or something like that for maybe a lead screw or something like that. And we'll take a look. So this is a multi-body part. Just for illustration, we do have a section view defined. That's how we're able to see that cutaway very clearly. So we can very easily go to our thread or our hole and edit definition on that. Check out the physical threads, and if you wanted to add a certain percentage, we'll try to type something in kind of large. It will kind of warn you the recommended range is either somewhere between 0.5 and 2.5. So I've kind of deliberately gone beyond the range just so we might go and give it a 1. So that might be just a little bit too big. Of course, if you try to push that too far, you'll end up with maybe some issues. And the same is applicable to thread command. You'll find the same type of option. Physical threads, maybe you want to do an absolute value. You could do 0.2 millimeters, for example. Next up is assembly modeling. Trim tubes has been added. Really easy to use, but powerful command using the assembly environment to trim tubes that intersect each other. They are created as assembly features, and you have the option of creating an assembly only feature or a feature down in the part but driven from the assembly. You simply select a primary tube, and then you can pick one or more secondary tubes, and they'll be trimmed to the primary tube. There's a single selection for the primary tube, so there's no need to click a green check mark on the first selection. It just moves on to the second step, as you'll see in the demonstration. And this is an example of the results. You can see the secondary tubes are trimmed to the ID of the primary tube. It is just that simple. And of course it will update your drawings to reflect the volume and the tube length. I'll show you that in the demonstration. And it also works as a trim extend. So if you have a mitering opportunity, it will trim away half and extend the other half based on the sketch. So not necessarily a 45 degree, but it bisects the angle of the sketch that was used to create the tube path to begin with. And I'll give you a demonstration of that as well. Starting from the drawing, we have a table all ready to go. FYI, I just made a copy of the table and converted this to a I converted the parts list to an unassociative table so we can compare the values after. Other than that, it's just a basic drawing. We'll double click to open the part, or the assembly rather. And let's first do a little quick tube trimming here. So we'll go to Features and Trim Tube. You have the option in the beginning to create the assembly feature. I'll show you the difference. We'll first do a associative part feature. Click OK. First click is the primary tube, and then I'll just do one for the secondary and right click to finish. And you can see that that trims away the interior. And I'll just finish and do another one. Again, we'll pick the primary tube, and you can see it moves me right on to the secondary tubes. And in this case, I'll pick more than one, just to demonstrate that you can do that. And you can see all the interiors are trimmed. Now, if we go and look at one of the tubes, so let's look at this one, and we'll do an edit. You'll see how this works, where a interpart copy is created, and that is actually right in the tube part, so you can make a drawing of that part independently of the assembly if you wanted to. You could conceivably use an offset face if you needed to set that back a little bit from the ID of the tube. I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that. And then we'll go ahead and use the command again, except we'll create assembly features this time just to be different. And we'll just click OK. And we'll grab this as a primary tube. And you can see it moves me right on to secondaries. And I can just right click through. So you can see you could do one primary and two secondaries. And you could just keep going with just very quickly click, click, right click. And you can see we have assembly driven part features here and assembly features here. And of course the difference with an assembly only feature is that if you in-place activate into the part, you'll see it maintains its original geometry, and there may be reasons that you want to do that. So let's jump back to the drawing. You should see the views are out of date. And just to illustrate how the parts list updates, we'll just update the view, and we can see the values changed and any minor balloon positions changed. Great enhancement in Solid Edge 2024. Continuing with assembly enhancements, we have suppress conflicting relationships. This is a nice time saver. We've all encountered this before when you attempt to create a relationship and it conflicts with an existing. You would have had to have abandoned your workflow, find the problem, possibly suppress relationships, and then go back to what you were doing. So this makes things much more productive. It allows you to suppress the relationships that conflict, and then later you can go back and decide what you want to do, maybe delete that relationship or just keep it suppressed, whatever you want. The conflicting relationships will be highlighted so you can stay right in your workflow, and the new relation is created after you resolve the conflict. Super easy to use, requires no training at all. And improved replace part. Using AI or machine learning for single component occurrence. This is a new capability that I'm certain will be expanded in the future. Again, a command that's very easy to use. It does only work with a single part, as it says on the slide for now, and it supports planar and axial types. But essentially, when you see the dialog, you're free to just try any of the predicted solutions to see if one appears to be the solution that you want, and you can just click it and click finish. Super easy to use. Let's start looking at resolve conflicting relationships. So we have a simple assembly here. We have a misalignment between a couple of holes, and we'll go ahead and use our assemble command. This works just as well if you grab a discrete relationship here. I'm just going to use assemble and flash fit because it's kind of my favorite and most productive. So I'm going to attempt to align, and because the alignment cannot be achieved, we get the resolve relationship conflict dialog. If it was resolvable, you wouldn't get the dialog. And then you can just mouse over the relationships and you'll see them highlighting. In this case, I'll zoom out a little bit so we can see there's the axial on the other side. So for example, if we relaxed that axial, this manifold could slide over. If we relax this mate, it wouldn't really have any impact. And you could just try it. You can just click the checkbox and hit apply and see if it actually resolves the issue. This is fairly obvious, so we kind of know that it's not going to resolve it. And the axial certainly would solve the issue, but there's something else going on here. You can see that it is solved up here at the top, but certainly the issue is something with this planar align that's preventing the manifold from moving in a vertical position. So it's really easy to use and nice productivity enhancement. So I'll just go ahead and hit apply there and hit OK, and that's it. So then, of course, when you go ahead and select a component, you'll see the suppress relationship, and you can again do what you want, delete it, what have you. And certainly works in other areas. If we do an assemble with an adjustable part here, because of the conflict, we get the dialog, and it's fairly obvious now that there's an existing relationship. Maybe that was placed by accident, and it's super easy just to remove that. You can see that it solves, and then we can just hit OK, and then of course you can continue on with whatever method you want. Maybe I'll mate this face here just to follow through. So it works with adjustable components as well. A couple of great new enhancements. All right, let's take a look at AI assisted replace part. I'm going to go ahead and use my recent documents. By the way, notice there's a little bar here. I've got these pinned, and you can click and remove from list. This is actually a minor registry edit. There's a trick you can do to clear pinned documents. But this is a great capability, and we're just going to open this simple assembly here from the recent documents list, and we'll come down here and do a replace on one of these cap screws. Remember, a single component for now, and we're just going to go ahead and replace part, and right click to accept. And let's see, this is 6552. And you get this predictive AI replace part. And what's great about it is it's super easy just to try different solutions. And when you see the best one, just simply click finish. If you just want to use the default solution, you can just click that as well. And then it applies that solution. We'll run another one here on this little nut. Uh, 6142. And you see that there's a different number of solutions. There can be up to 5. And again, just crazy easy. Just click the button and see if that's the result that you want. And if it is, go ahead and hit finish. Pretty cool capability for Solid Edge 2024. And just some more details about replace part. Up to 5. You can turn it off, certainly, either in your Solid Edge Administrator or in the options directly. Enhancements to Parts Library Navigation. This is a nice enhancement where you can more quickly find the parts in a similar way that you might do it in Windows File Explorer. But you can stay right within Solid Edge just by starting to type, and it will narrow down the list. You can also simply paste a path into that area. We didn't have that before. You always had to navigate to a specific folder and then drag the component in. So I really like that's a great addition, and big productivity gains. Searching in the Pathfinder, so searching to build a select set within existing components has also been improved. You can now use wildcards, and so this is a great way to just get components into a select set. Maybe you want to hide them or isolate them. Really nice. There's some examples of wildcards. The pound sign will match any number. Star will match any character, and basically builds your select set. And we'll give you an example of that. Also right there, you can also filter what's shown in the library. So notice there's 2 fields. One is kind of like a Windows File Explorer field where you can paste an entire path, and then just below it we have a kind of a search filter field, which works the same as what's in Pathfinder, except it filters out what's shown in your library, your parts library, the files that you want to bring in. So I think in the past you would maybe click into the white space and start typing briskly, and that would often take you right to the component. and that worked great, but this is way better. So let's take a look at this. First in Pathfinder, we'll come over here, just expand things out a little bit, and in this field, let's try, maybe I'll just type some random values, and I'm going to just press enter, or you can click the little search. So you can see it finds anything with 67, and that's quite a large number actually. So we could probably narrow that down or expand it. Let's try 63. So that you can see that returns quite a large results. So let's try using a wildcard. So we'll use 63 star 5. So this is going to pick up 63, any number of any characters, and then a 5, and you could see it picks up quite a large set. So the reason you may want to do this is you may want to isolate, so you can look at certain components, or it's really just about building a select set for you. You can also include the file extension. It's searching on this text that you see right here, so even including the .par and the colon and the instance number at the bottom. So if I did a let's see, 637 star .psm, that's going to find components with that number, but only with a .psm extension, and I'm pretty sure we have some parts in there. So if we didn't include the, you can see it's picked up picked up a par over there as well. So that's really nice, easy to use. Mostly, as far as remembering characters, just the star and the pound sign I think are really useful. Like if I just searched on 71, you could see it picks up a bunch, but if I wanted to make sure there was a number in front of the 71, so that's basically all you have to remember. And the same thing works over here in your parts library. So here I've just, if you don't have anything typed in, you're going to see everything that's in that particular folder. And if you start typing a search result, then it'll narrow down or filter out what's shown in that window. And then you can just click it and drag it in. And here, this field is, I'll expand this out because I'm in kind of a deep folder structure. So you can, as I said, you can just paste an entire path in there, which is handy. But you can also just start typing, and then it will find it. And then if you hit return, it'll just take you right into the placement of that component without having to pick it from anywhere, which is great. Super productivity. Thank you very much for attending the webinar today. And if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to either one of us or scan the codes for more information. Again, thank you for your attention today.